In the modern world, ladies and gentlemen, if you are overweight, if you are obese, you are also healthy, gorgeous, beautiful, and brave. Your obesity isn't your fault. It's to be blamed upon society, upon everybody else, your parents, your friends, your skin color, everything but you. In fact, right now, there's never been a better time to be quite obese. If you're female, that is. Because fat women are loved the world round. And if you are a man and you're obese, well, I'm sorry, mate, but you're a fat pig and you should be ashamed of yourself. What's happening, fatty? How's not being able to see your penis, you patriarchal monster? Also, here's a fact. Most CEOs of food companies are men. So not only is it their fault, they're also sexist. What about equality, mate? You might be saying, hey, Isaac, we need some evidence to back this up. Well, if you want to see the evidence to how much fat men are hated in comparison to fat women, have a look at this. She's no train wreck. Amy Schumer showcases her knockout figure. Yeah, if you think that's a good figure, fucking knock me out. In a strapless bikini during Hawaii Beach outing. The great joke thief, Amy Schumer, is looking quite sloppy here in her bikini, but she's just looking average. Like, not a lot of people look super fit all the time. She's definitely not looking really, really fat. That is not what I'm saying. In fact, she's showcasing the body that most people have post-Christmas before they kick themselves into gear and get fit again. But take a good look at her bod, okay? Because this is all about how she looks. So let's take a look at it and let's judge her on it, all right? Because this is what this article's about. She is called in the article a blonde beauty. A 35-year-old stunner. Apparently, she turned heads. Her modestly honed torso still showing hints of a six-pack. Okay, I call bullshit on that one. You might be just saying, hey, Isaac, you're body shaming this woman. The point of this whole carry-on is this. Look at this story. The exact same fucking story about Leonardo DiCaprio. Too much eating, Gilbert Grape. Leonardo DiCaprio shows off his middle-aged spread. Look at these pictures. Look at it. Let's compare them. Look at them! Leonardo DiCaprio displayed the body of a fellow who likes to live the high life as he went for a paddle in Mexico on Tuesday. This is what they were talking about. And remember what they said about Schumer's bod. This is what they said about DiCaprio. The jolly actor. His dad bod. Making a splash. The acting beefcake. Imagine if they wrote that about Schumer. The heavyweight actor stuck his belly out as he waded into deeper waters. That takes guts. They're all quotes talking about his body, and then you compare those to the Schumer ones when arguably DiCaprio's got the better rig in these two comparisons. Do you see the discrepancy here? But here's the crazy thing. It goes further than these two articles. It goes a lot further. And what may shock you is I have found the answer as to why men are not welcome in the body positivity movement. But before we get to those very important answers, and stick around, it's a good fucking time. This video is brought to you by the great people at Established Titles. Ladies and gentlemen, people call me Isaac, people call me the Buttsman, but you now have to call me Lord Butterfield, because I bought myself a plot of land with the great people at Established Titles. You see, what they do for people is they allow you to buy a square foot of land in the beautiful Scottish Isles. And due to historic Scottish customs, you are therefore declared a lord. And the great thing about Established Titles is you get a unique plot number and you can see exactly where your plot of land is. And on top of that, if you buy now, we're going to be neighbours. How good's that? We can have a Barbie. They're also helping with reforestation. They're planting a tree for every single purchase made with amazing charity partners like One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future. Ladies and gentlemen, with the holiday season fastly approaching, you're going to forget some people. You're going to do, oh no, we didn't get Uncle bloody Darren and Auntie bloody Sharon any presents this year. Let's go to Established Titles. They can be a lord and a lady. How good is that? They've got a massive sale on right now, but if you want to get an extra 10% off, use the code Lord Butterfield or go to establishedtitles.com/Lord Butterfield and support those who support this channel. Now, back to the video. So what is happening here? Why are all these female models that we see getting all this praise at the moment, why are they quite large and in charge, and the male models that we see still fucking chiseled to the bone? Why are Barbie dolls now chubby and Ken still ripped with heaps of cash? This happens in Hollywood all the time. Like, most people would look at this photo of Jonah Hill and say he doesn't look particularly healthy there. But someone of the exact same size, Tess Holliday, is shouted and touted as the most healthy fucking model of all time. She's someone to look up to. She's someone you should emulate. If you go through Tess Holliday's fucking Instagram, she puts up this photo of her giant fat guts and everyone's like, yes, queen, yes, you did it, babe, babe, babe. Fuck off. Stop lying to yourselves. You never see this with dudes. Dudes don't stand around each other and go, bro, I know you've put on 15 kilos, but it's society's fault and it's women's fault. Fucking stop being such a bunch of fucking children, all right? If you're fat, you're fat. Get over it. It's no one else's fault. It's on you. And I guess men are just more likely to call out bullshit when they see it. Maybe you ladies are just living in a fucking pretend fantasy world with lots of cheesecake. Sounds like a beautiful fucking place, to be honest. But to know the true answer of why men aren't involved in this movement, you have to understand the history. And trust me on this one. The history of the fat acceptance movement is hilarious and worth knowing. According to the Center for Discovery, lol, the origins of the fat acceptance movement, like any good counter-cultural movement from the 1960s, it all started with a sit-in, or rather a fat-in. What the fuck is a fat-in? In 1967, 500 people came together in Central Park in New York City to protest bias against fat people. Together, this group ate, carried signs of protest, burned diet books, and photos of model Twiggy. Who the fuck is Twiggy? Oh, there she is. Look, she's just skinny. Oh my God, that's so bad. And were visibly, publicly, and loudly fat without being apologetic. Fuck off, you fucking losers. Imagine protesting by eating around other fatties. That is not powerful, that is not brave, that is just sad. Then in 1969, when we landed on the moon, allegedly, the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance, the NAFA, originally called the National Association to Aid Fat Americans, was founded in 1969. NAFA was groundbreaking. That is a terrible choice of words, you fucking idiots. But these trends didn't stop. Look at TikTok. These trends are taking back off. They're on Tumblr and Twitter, these trends, but TikTok, that is where we're seeing the rise, and not even the rise, the meteoric rise of the fat positivity movement and the fat acceptance movement and NAFA and all this shit. It's back, baby, and it's here to stay.
I spent my whole life afraid people were gonna find out that I was fat. But honestly, who gives a shit? There's nothing more powerful than a fat girl who doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know, fat girl farts are pretty powerful, I imagine. I imagine they're very powerful. But do you see what I'm getting at? Like, no man is ever gonna make that video of him sitting in his underwear going, there's nothing more powerful than a fat guy that doesn't give a fuck. Like, all of his mates would bully him mercilessly, and he fucking deserves it. Maybe your friends should bully you more.
Yes, we need to get away from aspects of diet culture, but it is unhealthy to be overweight. No way around it.
Okay, so somebody said that it's dangerous to be overweight. It's unhealthy to be overweight. She is called wholesome chick nutrition. So I imagine she disagrees with that, and being fat is just fun. It's great, it's good times.
This is a perfect example of weight stigma.
No, it's not. It's a perfect example of truth. Some people talk about like BMIs and shit like that. They talk about, oh no, the BMI system isn't accurate. Like if you're a high BMI, you might just be, you know, it doesn't take into account muscle mass and stuff. Listen, if you've got a BMI of 30 and you look fucking huge, it's probably not muscle mass. I'm sure we can make an educated guess.
Size of their body. If this were true, that it was unhealthy to be overweight, which is a blanket statement, then everyone who was overweight would be unhealthy.
Okay, well, maybe not everyone who's overweight, but people who are obese definitely are, and people who are overweight and continuing to grow, maybe that's a bit of a sign that, hey, things aren't great here. Like, I know this. I've been overweight, right? I'm currently on a diet right now. I'm cutting back down for Christmas so I can blow out, because I want to eat as much fucking food as I want on Christmas.
And that is simply not the case. You cannot tell how healthy a person is just by looking at them.
No, you can't, because some skinny people might be sick as well, or they might be developing a disease or whatever. But you can make an educated guess based on someone. If they're the size of a fucking car, maybe they're not overly healthy.
Okay, listen up if you're loving the body positivity trend.
I fucking hate it. I don't like it at all. I think every one of these ladies, if you replace them with men, everyone would just go, including women, they'd be going, why the fuck are we showing that? Why are we doing that?
But are also a bit confused as to whether all of these beautiful shapes and sizes are truly healthy.
Are they beautiful? No, they're not all beautiful. Be honest. Would you look, if I stood here with my shirt off and I have big childbearing hips. I just do. So does one of my other brothers. Two of my brothers. Big childbearing hips. It's just a Butterfield trend. Would you genuinely sit there and say, oh, that's beautiful, that's good? You wouldn't. Stop lying.
So who is healthier? If you asked me this last year, I would have automatically said Whitney, when
Yeah, probably.
really we cannot tell by looking at
I can go out on a limb and say it. It depends what you mean by health. Like, we don't know if Whitney's got fucking cancer growing in a big toe, but we can genuinely say that probably all of her health markers are much better than Meg Boggs. Boggs. That's a terrible name to be for a fat lady. You could just say, but judging just off face value, that she is healthier than the other lady because it looks like she trains, it looks like she uses Instagram filters, that means you're much healthier.
Meg and Whitney can be equally as healthy. Just to reiterate, just because Whitney is leaner does not mean that she is healthier. Weight is not associated with health. Alex.
Idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. Like, how can you say that? Like, you look at the comments and like, I love this. I love this. This is just great. But a lot of other people are saying, no, that's just ridiculous. Thank you for this. Yes! Ladies, the comments that you come out with are fucking terrible. Once again, no dudes in there at all. But all of those videos that we just watched, they came from searching hashtags like body positivity, health at every size, all bodies are beautiful, whatever. And not one man in all those hashtags, not one dude. Here is why. Men aren't welcome in the body acceptance and body positivity community because men are realistic and women are liars. Ladies lie to their friends to make them feel better, and men are far too honest. If they turn up at a shop to buy some clothes, right, and they don't fit the size that they used to fit, all their girlfriends will be like, oh my God, babe, it's the patriarchy's fault, it's the company's fault, oh, they hate women. If men were doing that for some weird reason, having their friends around while they're trying on a pair of jeans and you don't fit the pair of jeans, what's your mate gonna do? He's gonna look you deep in the eye and say, lose some weight, you fat. But body positivity is a good thing. If you've got a disease or if you've got a fucking head missing, like, that's good. You should be able to live a normal life and not have everyone fucking have a crack at you all the time. But if you are lying to everyone and saying, listen, this is who I am, this is my body, no, you are treating it like shit and you are gonna die at an early age and you need to do something about it. I don't do these videos because I hate fat people. I hate the message that's being told to you that you're perfect the way you are. No one is fucking perfect. You should try your entire life to be better. Fuck all this shit to the moon. So here you go. Here's a challenge to you. Ladies and gentlemen, consult your doctor. I'm not a doctor, whatever. If you've ever heard of the keto diet, I urge you to try it if you are trying to lose weight, right? I started it 2.5 weeks ago. I've dropped 3.5 kilos already. So I started at 110. I'm down to about, 106.5 this morning. So all it is cutting out all your carbs, all right? On top of that, I'm releasing a new series where we're in the gym with the Buttsman, right? It's called Average Man's Fitness with an R. It's pretty fucking good. Anyway, we shot the pilot episode the other day. It should be up soon. And I want to know from you guys in the comment section who you want to see on that series. I want to bring celebrities in. I want to bring fighters, footballers, everyone in. And we're going to look at how they train and how you can emulate that to be a healthier version of yourself. We're going to run, we're going to fucking swim, we're going to be in the gym, we're going to do everything. We're going to do some jiu-jitsu, we're going to do some box. It's all going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you subscribe. Let me down below who you want to see on it. And of course, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. My dick stings. Toodaloo au revoir. Bye.